Mic test, mic test, mic test, mic test. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's broadcast for round 2 of the Battle of the Bricks between the Miami University Redhawks and the Ohio University Bobcats. Hey, round 2 because this is the second consecutive day of this matchup after a home-and-home. First match taking place in Athens. Miami taking that one 5-2, this being the Redhawks' last regular season game of the year as they, with their victory over the Bobcats last night, have secured their spot in the ACHA tournament, looking to get their way back after a tough overtime loss last year to Indiana University. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Colton Piper here with Sam Worley today on color commentator. And Miami going to have a bit of a tough go of it, but we'll have to see how Miami can finish off the year. See if they can finish off strong. Going with a bit of a different starting lineup tonight. Johnny Prado starting at center. Another interesting move is Tyler Bell, standardly a defenseman, starting on left wing. See how that turns out. Zaransky and Cowan back on defense. Douglas on the right wing. Prado at center. Bell at left wing. And Zach Leaston in goal. Here we go. Face off one. Off the draw by Miami, Zaransky has it. Cross for Cowan. Lead pass for the captain, Drew Douglas. Bell briefly holds it in. Hit by the stick. Out at center. Cowan down low, looking for Zaransky. Up for Bell. Held in at the line. Walker moving in. Taken by Zaransky, down for Cowan again. The center. Redhawks will dump it in and go for a change. Frado will give chase.
Redhawks with some early possession. We'll have to look to try and establish some time in the offensive zone. A really tough OU team. They didn't beat them 5-2, but a top 10 team is...
Yeah, top 10 matchup is correct. Miami currently sitting in 7th place in the most recent ACHA standings. Bobcats sitting right behind them at 8th. Eric Miller up ahead for Luke. Luke Miller stopping up Miami's normal top line of both Millers, centered by Hartwell out there. Hartwell well back to the point for Lawrence. Lawrence throws one on net, and that's gloved down. And holding on to that one is Austin Martin.
Well, better showing there, establishing some offensive pressure and getting a shot on goal. Drew Lawrence. They will take advantage of the screen, try and throw one in front, looking for a deflection. Never came, but that's the right idea.
Absolutely it is. Small correction, I said Austin Martin. Small correction, that's Matthew Zazon in net. Matthew Zazon, their normal goaltender. 13 games played on the season, 8-5, but with an impressive .925 save percentage. Miami on the attack. Berlando fires a shot that goes just wide. Rebound attempt was made there. Trying to hold it in was Marsink, but turned it over. Bobcats up the other way, trying to fight his way into it and get a shot away with Danner. Up for McCormick. Michael McCormick crosses the blue. Fancy move. McCormick's in, a backhand on net. Good save made there by Zazon.
Zazon tested early so far, pulling up against the pressure, but the Redhawks have been persistent in their forecheck and not letting Zazon get a moment's peace.
Battle for the puck now at the blue line. Bobcats come out with it, throwing it in and going off for a line change there. Joseph Fulmer. Redhawks hold possession in their defensive zone. Zaransky, the Akron, Ohio native, up for Frado. Frado muscling off his man, going into the corner. Down low for the captain, Douglas. Back for Frado. Had to recollect it and throws into the opposite corner. Good work there by Zaransky to hold the line. Puck bounced away from Gangler, though, and it goes the other way. All the way down. Frado, good drop pass there. Now Cowan. Cowan reverses. Cowan being pressured there by Miss Donati. Douglas looking for a stretch pass. Good interruption again there by Mazzanotti. And the Bobcats will keep that in Miami's zone.
OU working early, trying to establish the forecheck. Weren't having much success first couple of minutes. Finally doing something with their forecheck and forcing bad passes from the Redhawks.
Very much so. They still haven't really gotten a shot away on Waisman. Now up the other way, Gangler. Gangler taking a hit. And good hit there by the Bobcats as they bring it back on the attack. Shot attempt from just across the blue line by Brennan Walker goes over the net. Miami showcasing this battle of the bricks, named so after the center streets of both Athens and Oxford being still brick roads, two of the oldest universities in the state. McCauley bobbling the puck, a turnover, moving in there, and drawing a penalty was Josefiak. And so Drew Lawrence will head to the box. It's going to be a tripping call. And Miami goes to the penalty kill early with 15:40 to go.
No doubt about it. A necessary penalty there from Lawrence as he was in all in alone. And so the Redhawks, who have had the majority of the possession, really look like the stronger team so far. Just like that, can have a momentum switch. OU going to have to do their best to try and get one here, flip the momentum.
It'll be interesting to see how Miami handles this challenge as they clear it off at a clean face-off win. Good play there by Cowan. Eric Miller gives chase. He gets possession. Good pass for Douglas, and he couldn't handle it. Now up the other way comes Coward. Coward goes against the grain. Good block there by Bell. Douglas steals it again. He'll elect to clear it down the length of the ice. Good start to this kill by the Redhawks.
Without a doubt, Redhawks not allowing the Bobcats to establish any sort of zone time. Really pressuring them as soon as they get the pucks. And the Bobcats have just been sloppy in the way that they've handled tape-to-tape passes.
Exactly right, as Miami will clear it a third time. Already 45 seconds bled off this power play for the Bobcats. Still no shots on net. And now more time being killed off as they reset the breakout. Now up the other way, Johnson. Trent Johnson. Wraps it around. Mohawk turn, back to the point. Down low for Tamborski. Back for Johnson. A shot sent by Waisman. The rebound is loose. Thrown on net just wide. Oh, a wide open net with Waisman down, and they weren't able to convert. All the way across. Waiting and firing a shot there was Josefiak, who drew the penalty, but Waisman up to the task that time. Johnson down to Josefiak. Back to the point. Tamborski. Down low to Johnson. A shot. Good save by Waisman, and he'll cover up the rebound.
Boy, Waisman tested. And these late stages of the penalty, standing tall, letting a few go for the rebounds, but making the saves when they matter most, keeping this game scoreless.
Great work there by Waisman. They call him Z on the team, and he's doing a great job to start this game. Miami tested in net this season. Early in this season, going with Aiden Cron as their mainstay goaltender, but an injury has taken him out of the lineup. Jack Roach seeing a lion's share of starts there as a shot goes off the stick of Waisman. Shot there from the point by Johnson. Swallowed up again by the chest of Waisman. 5 seconds remain in this power play.
Yeah, not a big goal in Waisman, but elite positioning, always able to be in the right place at the right time, putting him in the best position to make the saves that he has to make.
Clear back into neutral zone, thrown right back in by the Bobcats, but not with enough time to notch a power play goal. So Miami kills off this early penalty as Orlowski collects it. Breakout looking for Burlando. Couldn't get to him, and that'll be icing against the Redhawks. 13:25 remains in period number 1. Still scoreless after a power play opportunity by the Bobcats. Got a couple shots away on Waisman late, 3 or 4. Waisman held strong on all of them.
Yeah, bend but don't break. break mentality on the penalty kill. And Redhawks able to escape.
Point shot was made there. Turned aside by Waisman. He'll come out to play. Bell up ahead. Cornered away. Up to McCormick. Good one-touch play there. Was looking for Bell. Marsing got it instead and turned back over to the Bobcats. Airmailed that puck. And the Bobcats will throw it right back in. Bell has some time. Up ahead looking for Eric Miller. Couldn't get it. Gloved down by Marsing.
Well, few opportunities at either end, but apart from the one arguably missed open net there from the Bobcats, no huge opportunities from both sides.
Puck centered out in front. Nobody was there on a bouncing play. And now Luke Miller takes it up the other way. Luke Miller trying to drive the zone. Missed poke check out in front. Couldn't get on net. And the whistle goes. Looks like the net came off. And they're going to call no change for the Bobcats. As it went off from Zazon's skate. More to your point, Sam. Longer watchers of this D2 hockey team from this year. This is not something we're not used to seeing. Miami, their games tend to start a little bit on the slower side. Not always going down early, but just taking a little bit as Hartwell gets a shot away and that goes out of play. Off the stick of Zazon. This D2 team does tend to start a little bit on the slower side. Sloppy start to the game. See how long it takes them to tighten things up a little bit as their top line's back out.
Well, so far, Waisman been the hero on a couple of opportunities for the Bobcats and ensuring that sloppy play from the defenseman haven't cost them a goal.
We get an offside call there against the Bobcats. Out on the ice, seeing some of his first action of the season, Aiden Tarasovich. Tarasovich paired up with Cowan. Now Frado back out there. Seeing a round of applause from the crowd. Gangler powering through the hit attempt. Works it down to Cowan. Cowan for Tarasovich. Returns it to Cowan. Shot made by Johnson there. Goes wide of the net. Gangler with the body contact. Tarasovich up ahead for Douglas. Douglas will drive the zone. He's looking to bring that back to the defense, but that was taken away. And now brought up to the other end by Scanlon, who throws it on net. That's stopped by Waisman. Cowan. Trying to leave it on up ahead. Just narrowly getting a piece of that was Gangler. Tarasovich again. Douglas. Stretch pass looking for Gangler. Stolen away. Bobcats on the attack. It's Tamborski. Redhawks recollect. Douglas up the other way. Throws it into neutral ice. And it'll go down the length for icing.
Well, even though there's been a few defensive mistakes, been strong forechecking from the forwards of the Redhawks. And just like you saw right there, able to get a late poke check, preventing a shot, sort of drop pass. So, strong effort plays from everyone on the ice by the Redhawks.
Still scoreless period so far on a false start. According to Xander Danner on the Bobcats. He took a quick step off the face-off draw. As we are just 65 seconds shy of the halfway mark of this period, we're still scoreless. Nothing too dangerous either way. Cowan for Tarasovich. Tarasovich lobs it into the neutral zone. And now the Bobcats up the other way, firing a shot. Glove save made by Waisman. That was a great shot there by Wilpila.
Nice play, Waisman coming out, cutting off the angle, and then flashing the leather, keeping it a scoreless game as we approach the midway mark of the first.
Good showing so far by Waisman. Seen too much action this season, but one of the games we saw from him here at Dog and Ice Center earlier this season, shootout win versus Dayton. of course, a pivotal member of that win. Stolen in the offensive zone by the Bobcats. Gus Anderson takes it back. Leaves it for Gerling. Gerling up the left wing. Backhands it all the way in. And Zazon will elect to cover that one up. Just 22 seconds shy of the halfway mark of this period. Still scoreless. Miami will return their top line to the ice.
Yeah, game's starting to open up a little bit. A few more offensive chances for each side. But still limited in terms of how often these goalies have been tested.
Very limited indeed. Even with the power play, nothing too serious went against Waisman. Lawrence now corrals it. Up ahead for Luke Miller. Luke will throw it all the way in. Played by Zazon. Hartwell gets there first. Hartwell battled into the corner. Luke drops it off. Hartwell was looking for Eric Miller out in center. Good block made there by number 19, Fulmer. Tried to put that one on net and it's sticked away and out of play. So more back and forth hockey. Still nothing real dangerous.
The Redhawks just haven't done much to pressure Zazon. Zazon, who has good numbers but not great numbers, really just hasn't been tested anyway. And the Redhawks need to do a better job getting bodies in front and preventing easy shots. Easy shooting lanes at least, where Zazon can see the shot all the way through.
That's right, off the face-off. Tyler Bell just a little bit too much on that. We've seen his dangerous shot before. Rifled into the net on that power play. Power play force, but that time, a little too much on it. Looped all the way around the boards and down the length for an icing. Not that time though, as it was stopped at the line. Now up the other way for Orlowski. Orlowski trying to fight off his man, can't quite do it. But Bell comes in on the other side, and now the Redhawks are on the attack. Turned over though. Up the other way comes OU. Trying to get one on Waisman there was alternate captain Botik. Nothing going. Botik recollects it. Tried to power it to the net. Good work there by the stick of Marsink to prevent that. Bell again. Skewers it out on the backhand, but that loops up off the glass and out of play.
Well, better showing offensively in recent minutes for the Bobcats. They've been able to get a few good shots off on Waisman, who's been up to the task so far. The Redhawks need to do a much better job at closing down shooting lanes and getting bodies in front of the shots to try and block them and make Waisman's job a little bit easier. The Bobcats have just had too easy of a job in terms of getting pucks in close. Oh, that was almost put into his own net by Bell.
Yeah, very close call there as Bell's drive trying to rim it around the boards again. Glances off the outside of the net as Bell handles his man to the ice. Out at the point. Filizetti. Filizetti trying to drive the center. Sixes collide. Move up past centering feet. Attempt was made there from McClue. Couldn't quite get there. Bobcats hold the line as it bounces off a skate. And they'll do it again. Cowan to play. Leaves it down for Bell. Tries to clear it, hits a ref, and stays in. Bell again, another good job holding it there was Mazdonati. Centering feet attempt there. Good block made by Cowan. That one will go out in the center, unable to corral. That one was Filizetti.
The Bobcats doing much better and creating good opportunities, moving the puck laterally.
Miami's offense still somewhat MIA as we've had a lot of this play the past few minutes in the attacking zone. Eric Miller collects it, can't hold on. Good play by Miller there. He had some room if he hurried, but he was unable to get there. So the puck goes down the other way. Bobcats trying to get back on the attack, and they throw it in. Waisman. Battle for the puck in the corner. Zuransky. Cowan. Up ahead for Luke Miller. Good stretch pass there. Luke Miller, ooh, fancy move made there, but unable to hold on to it. He gets it back from Hartwell. Great moves there as he's driven into the boards. Helped by Hartwell and Barry. Back to the point for McCauley. He'll chip it back in. Hartwell trying to find Lawrence on the opposite side. Poke checked away. Lawrence reverses. Looking for Hartwell. He can't get a stick on it. And it'll go down the length for icing against the Redhawks. Miller was caught trying to make a line change, so Anderson has to go back off. Luke Miller forced to stay.
Yeah, Redhawks just unable to create any sort of consistent pressure in front of net. It's been all Bobcats.
Bobcats doing a great job so far of stifling that forecheck by Miami as Lawrence brings it out. Barry out for Lawrence, delayed offsides. Barry has to touch up. Now the Bobcats hold it. They put it into Miami zone. Now on the attack, Walker. Walker being helped by Scanlon. Out to the point. Johnson with a shot. It's redirected on the way there, and Wiseman will stop it and hold on.
That's exactly what the Bobcats want. Bodies in front, trying to get sticks on it. I think Wiseman's job a hell of a lot tougher. And that's exactly what the Redhawks need to do. They just haven't been able to get bodies in front, and that comes from sustaining pressure, playing it along the point, having all 5 bodies inside the offensive zone.
Curling up ahead for Anderson. Back for Curling. Loose puck, McCauley. Moves in on the attack. Loses it, tries to recollect it on the stick, and it bounces out of play.
A little bit of a better job there. Redhawks, good break into the zone, but unable to really sustain much. Bobcats have done well. They've just swarmed the puck carrier, not allowed him to really get much going. And defenders from Miami are slow to pinch in on plays close to the zone, which has let Ohio break out much easier.
Orlando will take the draw. Orlando wins it but not cleanly. Bell, a quick slap shot on a bobbling puck. Didn't get everything he wanted on that. Orlando turns and fires. That goes off a pad. And Marsink has to reach all the way back into his zone to collect it. Miami trying to go back on the attack. A missed pass, and now up the other way from the Bobcats. Shot attempt on net. That was blocked. Marsink. Down for Bell. Bell throws it out. Tipped by a stick, so no icing this time. Bobcats quickly reload. But no touch there, so an icing against OU this time.
Every year, this series with Ohio, 1 to circle, battle the bricks, and 2, extremely talented programs. So, Redhawks got the best in game 1, hoping that they can do the same. So far, no goals, but they've got a lot of work to do offensively if they want to match the fight that they put up last night.
Miami and OU having a similar 1-1 series last season, which ended with a win for both teams. As the Bobcats stay on the attack. Point shot redirected, goes wide. Bell battling for it in the corner. Coming out with that one, Ventura. Tried to throw it right back to the net on the backhand. Bounces downward instead. Held in at the line by Walker. Goes over Walker's head. Now Berlando. Berlando might have a 2-on-1 if he hurries across. Looking for McCormick, but it goes through his skates. McCormick hauled down. And the puck goes up the other way for the Bobcats. Trying to be stretched for a break was McLeod. Saransky gets there. Saransky down for Cowan. No play pass. Below the goal line. Cowan again. And now up the other way is Zaransky. For Orlowski. Up ahead to Fratto. Johnny Fratto in on the attack. A sharp angle shot. That goes outside of the net. Back to the point for Cowan. Drags. Tried to put it on net. That's partially blocked in. Just narrowly out of play.
Bobcats able to sustain some sort of zone time. We'll have to do a lot more of that. So far, it's been all Bobcats in terms of offensive zone time. So, some of the speed of the Red Hawks, allowing them to create any sort of offensive chances, but nothing sustained so far.
On a glimpse of what they're capable of just there in that shift, as they win the face-off cleanly, but Cowan can't get there in time.
Approach the 3:30 mark. Red Hawks, a lot of work to do.
Gangler up the other way now. Gangler, a quick shot there. That was stopped by Zazon. Big hit attempt made there by Douglas. Left the puck, though, so McClue will collect. Johnson. Lead pass goes out to center. Zaransky will steal. Zaransky shadowed, so he'll go to Cowan. Fratto up ahead to Luke Miller. Eric Miller, excuse me. Gangler holds on to it. Uses that big frame to protect it. Sharp angle shot. Goes through the blue paint. And out. Hartwell with it. Left for McCauley. Drives that one hard in. Hartwell. And taken again by the Bobcats.
Well, it certainly seems like the Red Hawks trying to do a time dump and chase. Problem is just the timing's been a little off. Either someone will stay off for just enough time the Bobcats can collect comfortably, or the Red Hawks just aren't able to dump it in the right place.
Hartwell corrals it in his own zone. Eric Miller able to get it out to center, but briefly. McCauley takes a hard hit in the follow-up. Back to the point. Point shot stopped by Wiseman. Great point shot made there by Pojali.
A little extra cricketers after the play. Haven't seen Wiseman tested for a few minutes. But he stays sharp, makes the save on a shot from point. Bobcats again doing well to get bodies in front of it, make the job a lot harder.
2:07 to go, still scoreless. Bobcats win the face-off. Trying to power to the net, they do, but the puck is loose. Miami trying to take it the other way, and now Jude Berry will. Taken away again by the Bobcats. On the attack, great work by Bell there to stop the cross-crease feed.
That was a great play from Bell. That very easily could have been a tap-in finish.
Berry not done yet as he goes on the attack. Taken up the other way by the Bobcats, stolen by Berry. Back at the point for Anderson. Anderson tries to drive the net, out for Gerling, but he can't get a stick on that, and it's deflected out by a Bobcat skate. Bobcats throw it in. Wiseman comes out to play it. Down for Bell. Anderson throws it out. There's no tip, so Miami can't make a line change. 70 seconds remaining, period number one, still scoreless.
Red Hawks looking a little bit better offensively, finally creating some sustained pressure. Nothing too challenging for Saison, but any sort of shot with some screen in front is what you want to see.
Quick shot, narrowly glancing off the post. Off the face-off when that was Botic with the shot. Bobcats again quickly reload. Gets all the way down on Wiseman. Bell throws it around for Orlowski. Making use of that yellow rim. Marsink, long-range shot on net. That's gloved down and held by Zazon. 47 seconds even remains in period number one.
Now, last 45 or so left here. It would be nice to see the Red Hawks get a few more shots on net. Really take advantage of the face-off that they have here. Try and get some sort of momentum, even if it's not a goal, heading into the second period.
Would not be the first time that Miami has managed a goal for or against at the end of the period. One of their greatest plays of the season coming from Eric Miller off a shorthanded goal with less than a second remaining just about a month ago. Overskated there. Now Orlowski forced to give chase. Johnson now. Trent Johnson reverses. Lead pass, McCormick gets past him. Everything on the attack is Ventura. McCormick takes it, throws it back out in neutral ice. Bobcats quickly reset on the attack. Firing a shot, good save there by Wiseman. The rebound is loose out in front. Another shot blocker saved by Wiseman. That was his best of the night.
Highlight reel stuff from Wiseman. Back to back. That second one, waffle border away. That was magical from Zach Wiseman.
Great work there by Wiseman, keeping this one a scoreless game.
2.5 left, 2.5 seconds left. Redhawks just have to do what they can do. Make sure nothing crazy happens off the set play.
Frano will take the draw. Good work there by Zaransky to win it back to his own corner, and that'll do it for period number 1. No goals, largely thanks to Zach Wiseman. And so when we come back for period number 2, it will still be a 0-0 game. We will be back after the first intermission. Both teams return to the ice now after a scoreless first period as the Battle of the Bricks round 2 continues on the season. Again, Miami winning the first one last night 5-2 in Athens. After 20 minutes, no score.
We've got ourselves a good one here. Scoreless through one, but few opportunities at either end. Hasn't been as open as one might have expected after the scoreline from last night. But as things develop, this Miami team, known for coming on strong the second and third periods, absolutely a chance for things to open up, a little more scoring to happen here in Arsenal.
No team really able to get too much of a foothold, but that being said, as you mentioned, Sam, this Miami team, well known for being able to come out stronger in the second and third period. Similar second period lineup starting to our first. We've got Douglas, Prado, and Bell back on forward, and again, Cowan and Zaransky on defense. Bell hauled down off the face-off. Bobcats control. Taken into the board, a quick sharp angle shot attempt by Walker. Doesn't go anywhere, and up the other way for Bell. Bell trying to get around two defensive and break free, but he was interrupted. Much faster start to the period by the Red Hawks.
Yeah, already the Red Hawks trying to establish a physical aspect into this one.
Bell taken down, that's going to be not a penalty. Red's arm went up for delayed offsides. Douglas steals it, Douglas out in front, trying to wrap it around, and the net's off. Really great play there by Douglas, almost getting a clean shot on net. Zazon in an attempt to get out in front and stop it, knocks his own net off. So no change allowed for the Bobcats. Miami brings their top line out.
Yeah, look here, it seems like Miami not bringing out their top line, but bringing out a line that can establish some physicality and really wear on the team, setting early expectation and energy into both these periods. Obviously didn't do much in the first. We'll see if it has or is able to have that effect in the second.
Loose puck in the attacking zone. Eric Miller gets there first. Cycles it down for Hartwell. Cycles it further for Luke. Luke Miller called down. Still no call. And out the other way with numbers come the Bobcats. Up the wing. Scanlon throws one on net. Saved by Wiseman. The rebound stays behind the net. Scanlon again. A sharp angle shot that deflected off the body. Still stopped by Wiseman. The rebound. Another stop by Wiseman. What an athletic save there.
Wiseman tested early here, and he has stood up to the task every single time. Had some really spectacular saves in the first period, and he's already got 2 or 3 in this one.
Zach Wiseman, definitely one of the leading stories of tonight so far, as he put on an impressive show and held strong where Miami's needed him to. So, OU with some pressure in return early in this period. Out the other way come the Red Hawks. It's McCormick. McCormick getting around his man. He'll drive the net, loses the puck right before the blue paint. Big hit laid there by Berlando. Miami throws it back in, right into the possession of the Bobcats, though. And Pajali sends it up the other way. Not enough for an icing.
Berlando's had a good game so far. He's been able to really impose some physicality on the Bobcats. And already made some crunching hits through the first 20 and change.
Great work there by McCormick to hold the line. He tries to get his way in, unable to do so. Another line being held by Bell just barely. May have been a little bit offside, but refs say we play on.
Yeah, that was real close at the line. I'm honestly surprised didn't hear a whistle blow.
Bobcats on the attack. Shot, rebound is loose, and Cowan able to get his hands on it. Another shot, great save by Wiseman.
Wow. First kick-out save was absolutely unbelievable. That's a really tough save to make. Momentum carrying you one way and kicking out the other. And then for him to be able to reset, position himself perfectly for the second chance. That's spectacular.
Wiseman with some more heroics early in this second period. Puck gets down to Zaransky off the faceoff. Gangler collects. Gangler all the way across. Up for Douglas. Douglas tried to feed Fratto, gets just past him. Fratto will chase it down. Fratto with it. Reverses. Back for Zaransky. Zaransky loads up. Fires just wide. Bobcats send it out to neutral ice. Fratto able to drop that back for Zaransky. Return to him. Fratto tries to get a sharp angle shot. That was partially blocked and then covered by Zazon.
Yeah, Fulmer did really well there, getting a body in front of it. That was a couple of good effort plays. Mercer and Tanner, they were just about trying to throw himself in front of the shot. Wasn't able to get a piece of it. But then Fulmer headstrong got down to a knee and was able to cushion it up to make it a comfortable scoop for Zazon.
Great work by Johnson there to work it out of his own zone off the faceoff. Miami controls. Lawrence, stretch pass for Luke Miller. Elects to dump that one in. Zazon to play. Held in, Tamborski. Now the Bobcats on the attack. Good play by Zamborski. And Wiseman, just able to make the save there. Down for Lawrence.
Nice diving effort. Really just trying to slice his way through the middle.
The shot there. Good save by Wiseman. Goes down and around. Battle for the puck. Athens comes out with it. Down to the point, Johnson. Sharp angle shot stopped by Wiseman. Trying to work it to the center. And it's thrown out by Miami. Delayed offside. The Bobcats reset quickly, so McCauley is pressured. McCauley just able to poke that one forward to Eric Miller. Hartwell. Hartwell stops up and avoids a hit narrowly as he puts it in. Stretch pass attempt gets stuck in Hartwell. Hartwell's gear somewhere and he lost it. Took an opponent's stick with him though. Now on the attack, Gus Anderson up for Hartwell. Hartwell's in. What a save by Zazon! Incredible glove save there.
Boy, you don't get much better than that. Zazon highway robbery in Oxford. Hartwell should have had the game opener, and Zazon took it out of thin air. That is next level for Zazon.
Great work by Anderson to hold the zone off the faceoff. Tries to pitchfork it back in. Stays on the attack. Now out in the neutral ice. Now Bobcats with numbers. Trying to get that one across there with Scanlon. But a great play by Bell prevents it. Bobcats control in the neutral zone. Set back on the attack by Botic. Thrown in a big hit late there by Barry. On his opposite number, Walker. Shot attempt goes wide there. Held it at the line, avoiding another hit, and that's going to be a penalty on Barry. Wiseman grabs it and holds on.
First one was as clean as can be, hit him into the bench, and then the next one was way late, and then he went high too. So
referee's going to call him for head contact, just a 2-minute. But Miami now on the penalty kill for the second time tonight. Killed off the first one. We'll have to see if they can do it again. Off the face-off. Bobcats winning. Out to the point. Quick point shot made there by Tamborski. Doesn't go on net. Zaransky. And that one will go out of play.
Well, not much success from Ohio the first time around on the power play. So they got to create better chances. Miami was pretty comfortable chilling it off the first time.
Bobcats collect again. Cohen. Now Cowan. Out to the point, held in by Shans. Shans with a shot there, and that's deflected wide. Bobcats on the attack again. Wiseman up to the task that time. Shans. Cross for Johnson, down low. Tamborski a one-time drive, and that goes out of play again.
Yeah, Ohio doing well. Playing point-to-point hockey, getting bodies in front, trying to create tip situations, making it a lot harder for Wiseman to make a save, but Wiseman still hasn't been beat yet.
Pulling on the face-off. Back to the point. Johnson. Put on a net. Quick move made there. Miami just able to clear that, but not out of the zone. Gets across for Shans. Shans, a sharp angle shot. Didn't make it all the way on Wiseman. McCauley. And the net is off. 13:24 to go in this period. Still scoreless. 55 seconds remain on the power play.
Seems like every couple of minutes at this point, we're getting the net off its moorings. Every single time gives one of the teams a little bit of a breather. This time the Redhawks forced to keep their line out there. A couple of tired legs on a penalty kill. Best thing for the Redhawks is they got a long ways to go to get a line change. A quick clear as...
Clearing attempt made there. Stopped by Toole. Looking across, dragging, firing. That goes wide. Back again for Toole. Off across for Scanlon. Back to the point. Down low it goes, out in front. Collected by the Redhawks. And clearing that one all the way out is Fratto. He'll skate it out. Fratto still has it. Up ahead for McCauley. McCauley might have some room. And he can't quite get to there cleanly. He still has it though. McCauley in! Fanned on the shot. Couldn't get everything he wanted. McCauley takes a stick. Still holds on, continues to hold on. Surrounded by four men, Orlowski comes in to support him, and that'll do it. Great moves there by McCauley to kill off the remainder of that penalty. Bobcats still on the attack though. Fanning on the shot there with Scanlon. Stolen by Barry, and he'll throw it up. Down the length of the ice, but not enough legs for icing. Stolen away by Orlowski. Orlowski moving in and getting a stick on that one. Just narrowly was formed.
That was all for Orlando. Orlando has been a complete thorn in the Bobcat side. His forechecking has been next level and almost created a walk-in opportunity for Orlowski.
Orlowski, and McCormick out there on the attack. Tarasovich back on defense, joined by Bell. Bobcats win it and bring it back on the attack. Johnson with a sharp angle shot. That goes over Wiseman. Tarasovich gets it past McClue. Thrown on net, turned aside by Wiseman. McCormick tries to throw it to center. Interrupted though. Now Orlowski has it. Leaves it for Orlando, excuse me. Orlando protecting the puck, absorbs a big hit there. Keeps going. Orlando still has it. Stumbles, fires a shot, and that's knocked out of play by a defensive stick. Another great shift by Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando having great shift after great shift. The effort level, always a 10 out of 10 out of number 12.
Top line back out there for the Redhawks. Hartwell and the Millers. Face-off won by the Bobcats. They look to clear, and they do. Bell not able to get there in time. It'll go down the length of the ice. Bobcats want to argue. Bell got a stick on it, but refs say no, and that'll be icing. Bell with a quick word to Hartwell. Dangerous shooters on Miami's blue line. Understandably wanted it fed to him, but OU wins the face-off once more. Down low, Tamborski. Cleared and sent the other way. Cowan. Out for the puck on the boards. Eric Miller bobbling it, and out the other way come the Bobcats with some speed. Sean's on the attack, the rebound goes, and losing a skate there was Ventura. Out. Another shot attempt, and they score! Ozefiak breaks the ice.
Yeah.
Just shy of the halfway mark.
Yeah, a bit of a scramble defensively for the Red Hawks. They weren't able to reset after the first. Really good blocker save there from Wiseman. But yeah, they whiffed the second shot, and then a bit of a scramble. No one really picked up the third man, and because of that, one quick deke, and then he slides it past low blocker side, and it's 1-0.
So just 40 seconds shy of the halfway point of regulation. Miami finds themselves down 1-0 in this second out of a home and home. Gangler with some physicality driving the attack. Douglas holds. Fancy moves by Douglas, but he out-dekes himself, and it's sent out to center for Marsink. Marsink tries to reset it quickly. Douglas couldn't get a handle on it and thrown well in by the Bobcats. Bit of a miscommunication there. Zaransky able to get it briefly out of harm's way. Douglas up ahead for Gangler. Gangler and Douglas might have a 2-on-1 developing here. Gangler looking for Douglas. He got it, but he was intercepted by the stick of Filizzetti. Down low, Douglas still has it. For Gangler. Gangler Mohawk turns, loses it. Clearing attempt made, and it'll get out into center ice. Zaransky has it.
Oh, what an opportunity for the Red Hawks there. Really good job. Broken stick.
Freda lost his stick there.
Really good job of the Bobcats getting back defensively and making sure it wasn't a clean 2-on-1, because this game would be tied.
Anderson drives the play there. Barry able to double up on it. Supported by Gerling. Gerling with a good hit there. Barry just narrowly holds the line. Back in on the attack. A good shot attempt there, and a nice block made by Toole. Oh, what a fancy play there by McCauley. Gets knocked down, though, by the defense. Bobcats look to reload. Unable to get there in time, Filizzetti. Fanned on the clearing attempt. Out for Barry! A shot just wide! Anderson recenters it. Gerling not able to get there. And it's cleared.
Well, that's 2 or 3 opportunities the Red Hawks had in the last 90 seconds or so, and neither time are they even able to get a shot on goal.
Barely close. Refs wave off icing. Held in at the line by Lawrence. He throws it right back in. Anderson gives chase. Taken away up the other way by the Bobcats. Pass misses the stick of Wilpala, and that'll be an icing against OU.
Well, this OU team certainly seems to be pretty mistake-prone, especially in their defensive zone. Miami just has to do a better job of getting shots on net. For the mistakes that OU has had, Tazon, he's got 1 robbery tonight, but he's only been forced to make the 1, and Miami not doing enough to get shots on goal.
Right. As the Bobcats will take it out again. Miami struggling at the face-off dot tonight. Stopping at the line. Sent down low for Wilpala. He reverses, sends it back down in deeper. Out to the point. Walker throws one on net. That didn't make it all the way to Wiseman. Orlando trying to get it out, but he gets pickpocketed. Bell backhands it for McCormick. Orlando follows up, still held. Centering feet attempt goes all the way to the point. Walker tried to put one on net, bounced off a skate. Going back in. Sharp angle shot attempt made there Not sure if Wiseman got a piece of that or not, but it stays out. Centering feed attempt, drop back to the point. Shot attempt made there by Rangel. Aldridge tried to hold the line, couldn't do it.
Miami finally able to get it clear, but they still can't get a line change. There's 5 tired legs out there right now for the Red Hawks.
They are struggling in their own zone. And finally able to get it out to McCormick. McCormick has some room. McCormick, what a shot there! And that's turned aside by Zazon. And now, Miami is going to get a power play out of this.
Looked like behind the play, Bell was charging in to be the second man. And looked like he just got pulled back, so first power play opportunity for the Red Hawks tonight.
Zipiak will go to the box for interference. And an atypical first unit for Miami tonight. Normally, the first line is the offense of that top unit, but right now it's Douglas, Gangler, and Berlando, and those three have certainly earned it with their play tonight, with Fratto and Bell back at the point.
Without a doubt, those guys have been really pressing offensively.
Fratto with it on the left side. Out to the point for Bell, cross for Gangler. Gangler loads up and fires just narrowly wide. Too far for Fratto to handle, so he's forced to reset. Bell controls it. Bell has to retreat all the way to behind Wiseman as he was pressured. And now they send it up the other way. Fratto on the attack. Puts it low. Douglas. Fresh off the bench is Cowan and cleared by the Bobcats. Wiseman will come out to play it. No trapezoid in college hockey, so he's free to do with it. Cowan. Up for Luke Miller. Now the first unit out for Miami. Luke Miller with some fancy moves. Not able to get past his man. He reverses. Drops it off for McCormick. McCormick out in front. Tipped on net just wide. Sent down the other way again by the Bobcats. 34 seconds remain in this power play. And counting.
Red Hawks getting some bodies in front. Finally. Was not able to be the ones to get the stick on it. That last one was tipped wide by an OU defender. They're just going to have to be better at finding the sticks on those shots from the point.
Zazon able to collect the dump in and tried to clear it. Sent it a little bit high off the glass and out of play.
Even 5 minutes left in the second period. Miami knocking on the door a couple times, but once again, not doing a ton to sustain any offensive pressure. They seem to be fairly content just trying to take advantage of the defensive mistakes OU has had. The problem with that is when you don't hit the target with shots 5 feet from the goal mouth.
Shot cleanly on net, blockered away by Zazon. Hartwell there to go to the wall for the rebound, but cleared again. And that's going to do it for the power play. Miami 0 for 1 on the night now.
Yeah, didn't look particularly enthusiastic. Maybe 30 seconds at the start, but could never really break back into the zone.
Bobcats on the counterattack. Sharp angle shot stopped by Wiseman. The rebound goes all the way out to the point. Johnson tried to throw it back on. Anderson there to intercept what was partially blocked by Lawrence, who's slow to get up. Johnson again at the point. Cross for his partner, puts it on net and easily swallowed up by the glove of Wiseman. 4:14 remains in this period, still 1-0 in favor of Ohio University if you are just joining us.
And more chew for your head top, so watch how you speak on my name.
Back to even strength. Miami still looking to make something happen offensively. OU doing well. Sitting back, absorbing some of the pressure whenever they do get in the zone and not allowing Miami to make much of the time in their offensive zone. Ooh, scary, scary fall. Looks to be okay.
That does seem to be all right. Looks like the worse for wear. That's sent out in front of the net, and good work there by Zaransky to clear the front. And we got another penalty coming here. This time
couldn't get a bill paid. You couldn't buy the real thing. I was staying up in your place.
Well,
trying to figure
an
out
argument for it, but
I saw people doing things.
second opportunity here for the Red Hawks with the power play. Flat out, they just had to be better than they were in the first one. I felt like OU was pretty comfortable. Maybe one decent shot on Cezanne, but other than that, OU was pretty content letting Miami dump it in and then clearing it right back out.
Miami trying to leave nothing to chance this time as they'll send their first unit out there off the beat as it's immediately sent down to Wiseman off the draw. McCormick will collect. Luke Miller drives his own with speed, loses it halfway there. Back out in the neutral zone to Cowan. Hartwell. Holds on. Cowan. Fanned on it. So much sloppy play by Miami, plaguing their power play now. Wiseman plays it to McCormick.
The Red Hawks just not doing much.
As McCormick is driven into the wall. And now a battle for the puck ensues. This is exactly what OU wants. Thrown into the opposite corner. More time bleeds off the clock. We're now at the halfway mark of the power play, and really no zone time.
This feels a really fast line for the Red Hawks. It just feels like they're getting bullied out there a little bit physically. Not able to get off the boards.
Cowan tried to center it there, looking for Hartwell on the tip, but that makes it all the way to Zazon, who covers it up. Second unit out there for Miami now. Orlando, Douglas, and Gangler. As with last time, joined by Bellinfrado at the point.
Under 3 minutes to go in the second. It's blown by. And Miami still just seem a little bit off their game offensively.
Certainly.
Can't complain too much about the one goal given up, but no goals, and no, you could say they should have won on the insane glove save, but apart from that, just not much in terms of offensive creation for the Red Hawks.
25 remaining now on the power play. Still stuck in their own zone though. Fratto brings it up. Fratto looking to go 200 feet. He does. Out to the point. Berlando looping it around. Good stick there. Berlando forced out of the zone. Berlando forced down into his zone now. And that'll do it. Another power play comes and goes. And what was a golden opportunity for Miami to tie this game up.
Yeah, just lackluster offensively. Seemed like Miami was just playing it super passively. Almost like they didn't want to make a mistake somehow on the power play, but they had no offensive chances.
Douglas centering pass on a bobbling puck to Gerling. Would have had that cleanly if it didn't take that odd bounce. McCauley, unable to hold the line, brings it back on, just narrowly stopping his stick from tapping it offside. Tarasovic, a diving play. Good work there by Tarasovic.
Yeah, it's really good effort defensively. Making up for the mistake just a second previous.
Decent sized crowd here for a 9 o'clock game. Heckling the goaltender.
Without a doubt, one of my favorite parts of college hockey is the student community it creates. That's a nice shot block.
Great block there by Tarasovic. Another shot from the point, stopped by Wiseman. Fortunately, McCauley there to collect the rebound. But what would have otherwise almost certainly been a goal. Delayed offside, so Miami might have a chance to touch up here. Nothing going. Tarasovic loses that 50-50 race, but a good hit on the way down.
Well, less than 30 left. Red Hawks just trying to get their way to the third.
Really does seem mostly like the Red Hawks are trying to stave off the attack here. Out to point, a good shot there. Another good block by Tarasovic. Gets out in front to Wiseman, and he'll cover that one up quickly. 7.5 to go. And some extracurriculars as McCauley gets involved.
The issue with just trying to play passively in a situation like that is that some of the passes just aren't as snappy as they need to be. And then it creates weird plays like the one we just saw where OU able to get what could have been a great opportunity. Luckily, a great block by Tarasovic, but
Quick shot from the sharp angle, bounces into the blue paint, out and away, and that'll do it for period number 2. Off the last second shot, blocked by Zaransky.
well, 1 goal scored, and Miami still searching for an answer offensively. Wiseman standing tall. Could be multiple. Zazon doing his part for OU.
We come back for the 3rd period, 1-0 in favor of the Bobcats. Miami usually plays their best hockey in the 3rd, but it's going to have to be a significant improvement from what we've seen so far. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Piper, Sam Worley, we'll be back for period number 3. Miami trailing the Bobcats 1-0 after a second period that left some to be desired for the Redhawks. Sam, you want to go into a little more detail about what happened there?
Yeah, so Miami just really not getting much going offensively. They've had one or two huge chances. Obviously, fantastic glove save early on in the second period kept it a scoreless 0-0 game in OU. Strikes first on a sloppy defensive recovery on a secondary chance. And ever since that goal, Miami just hasn't been able to get the energy necessary to get themselves level in this one.
Really did seem to take a lot of wind out of their sails. Both that Zazon save and the initial goal scored by OU both just seemed to kind of take a lot of the momentum that Miami was trying to build away. And now they enter period number 3 trailing 1-0. Same starting line that we have seen for each of the first 2 periods. We'll go back out again to start the third. Bell up at the wing. Douglas at right wing. Rado at center. Zaransky and Cowan.
Well, the energy line they've provided it all game, and hopefully can start the period a little bit better than they started the last 2.
Starting in their zone now, working it out into neutral ice. Fratto up ahead for Douglas. Loses that in his skate. Zaransky will throw it right back in. Quick touch up by the Redhawks, and they'll go back on the attack. Zaransky unable to hold the line. Fratto has to chase it down. Cowan gets there first. Picked off the stick of Zaransky into OU possession, but Miami gets it right back. Up ahead, Bell trying to race his way there. Ooh, and a big collision with Zazon. Zazon a little slow to get up, but he seems all right. Kind of clipped each other in the knee area.
Pretty incidental. Didn't get too good of a look at it. But a couple of shots from the bench, no call.
Bobcats try to bring it on the attack. McCauley reverses it, and unfortunately, refs will say offside, but McCauley had just a little bit too much of his foot off that blue. So first minute 11 passes of this period.
The Redhawks hoping that they can get something going. It's been a battle of the goalies tonight. Wiseman not rolling with the shutout anymore, but he's had a phenomenal game. And of course, Zazon, who has still kept the Redhawks scoreless, has been absolutely fantastic with a couple of showstoppers in the second.
Zazon has not been tested often, but a few times he has been tested, he has looked phenomenal as it's quickly iced off the face-off by OU. So Miami will get to attack. They'll go to the right face-off dot.
Top line for the Redhawks out right now. Really, really speedy line. They just struggled at times with dealing with the physicality the OU defensemen put on them, especially when they're in deep underneath.
Quick shot by Lawrence into the chest of Zazon, and he'll stop and hold that on.
Not too much happened in the early stages of the third, similar to what we saw in the first 2 periods. Taking both these teams a little bit to get into it and really open up the game.
Face-off one by the Bobcats, sent out to center. Lawrence up ahead, throws it down the length. Nobody's home to collect it, so it'll be icing against the Redhawks.
Just saw McCauley went for big open ice hit. And it's clear Redhawks getting a little bit frustrated by their lack of offensive production. You can easily see this one get a little open and really physical. You're seeing the Redhawks have no problems throwing their weight around, and OU doing the same. So we'll keep an eye on that in the third.
We'll see what Miami can do to bring this game back in reach. Frustration boiling over has been a recurring issue of theirs. We saw it in both of their losses to University of Kentucky. Hartwell stung up. Another shot. Great glove save by Wiseman. Hartwell blocked the initial one. He's still laboring out there as he'll go off. That shot made by Filizetti. He collects his own rebound, throws it on net, as Hartwell was in no condition to get back in front. Wiseman there using the glove, keeping this a 1-0 game.
Yeah, I caught Hartwell up high, and he was not quick. to get back into the play.
Slap shot drive made there from the point by Toole. Stopped by the pads of Wiseman. Going back on net. Easy stick save made there by Wiseman. McCormick will collect. Tries to send it the other way. Gets through the skates of Berlando. And all the way down to Marsink. Back up ahead for Berlando. Berlando puts it in. Drives his own attack. Almost loses an edge. Holds his balance in the nick of time. Turns it over. Bobcats with space. It's Wilpula. Throws it on net. Save the rebound. Just wide. Oh, that was close. Pitchforked all the way out into center ice. High lob shot. Orlowski able to get there. Orlowski presses his own attack. Holding on to it. Outnumbered. Has support now. Bobcats able to strip the puck from him, though. They'll dump and change.
Yeah, some of the Redhawks need to do better defensively. There's been a few rebounds, juicy rebounds, in particular off the glove of Wiseman. And Redhawks defensemen not doing a good job of reacting fast enough. It's been OU who's, for the most part, been the ones to jump on it and create big chances.
Johnny Fratto throwing his weight around to the delight of the crowd. Zaransky, the Akron native, holds on to it. Douglas stops up at the blue line and tries to throw it in, but that's taken away. Up the other way, a long-range dump in made there by Matt Donati. Out into center. OU tips it back in. Zaransky recollects it. Loses it. And his thief, Brendan Walker, loses it.
Well, it's always good to see on a Friday night here in an electric college town to see the fans showing out for Miami Club hockey.
Indeed it is. Johnny Fratto seems to have quite the large fan base as McCauley moves in with room. McCauley, a shot! I'm not sure if Zazon got a piece of that, but it stays out.
Caught a piece of someone. You can hear the kind of double clank as
McCauley hauled down. Redhawks bench wanted a call. Crowd kind of wants a call too, but they won't get it. Anderson now on the attack. McCauley dancing with it at the point. Moves it to center. Across. Lawrence moves in. Fires a shot. That's blocked. And now up the other way for the Bobcats. Lawrence trying to get back. Now on the attack. Vincent Rengel. McCauley controls 2-on-1 as he dispatches.
Boy, that looked like a move out of the WWE. He just took him up by the leg and put him down. Great play.
Gerling on the attack, a sharp angle shot that goes wide. Anderson in his own zone, ridden into the boards. Centering feed drop pass. It's passed. Out to the point, a quick point shot. That was blocked and sent wide by Barry and Bell. Another clearing attempt, bounces off a skate, but Anderson gets there. Gerling follows up ahead for Anderson. Shovel that out. Or some comedic sound effect timing there by the game day crew. And now the Bobcats back on the attack. Tamborski throws it in. Delayed offside. So Miami brings up the other way. Hartwell 1-on-4. Hartwell clears some sticks out of his way and throws it deep. Held at the line by Bell. Bell able to absorb a hit, but has the puck stripped of him afterwards. Pat Jolly not going to be able to have enough room for a breakaway there, but he does get there first.
That seems like he forgot the puck in the corner.
Now out in front, another centering feed attempt there. That was made by Wilpula. That's thrown out below the net. Eric Miller, a great play there. And now Miami with a 3-on-2. Hartwell up the middle. Drops it off for Luke Miller. Miller drags, fires, and a glove save, or blocker save rather, made by Zazon. And another collision, and that's going to be an extra shot that costs OU a penalty.
Yeah, we're going to have some sort of matching play. And I think Miller's a little unlucky to get called with something. He got blasted as he was coming across the goal mouth and collided hard with Zazon. He's going to go off. And then you'd assume that someone from the Bobcats is going to go off. That was a late cross-check to the head. I cannot imagine that OU can get away with that.
Filizzetti and Pajali were the two that came into contact with Eric Miller. Right now, Miller's alone in the box. And the Miami bench is furious. Understandably so, the crowd.
We are going to get a guy coming across. Yeah, we're going to get a cross check.
Okay.
Yeah. Going to get a cross check. It's Filizzetti. Coming to the defense of his goalie, admirably so, but matching 2-minute minors. Yeah, and the two exchanging words.
From
It's about to get really loud for Filizzetti.
OU's point of view.
So, having some problems with the crowd here. Multiple players having to come up off the bench in order to try and avoid what would most likely be a bench minor for the Red Hawks.
Why couldn't they just drop it?
So, 4-on-4 play will commence momentarily. Rowdy crowd trying to get in the head of Filizzetti. And OU's bench lodged a complaint, and it's stuck. So, the jeers will have to be from afar from the Red Hawk faithful, as the puck still hasn't dropped, and the game day crew, I mean, seems to be a whole lot going on, but not hockey. Face-off taken a 1 by the Red Hawks. And it zones up. OU picks it up. Trying to work with a little extra ice. McCormick trying to break out, unable to do so. They still fight for it along the inboards. Now McCauley has it. Going cross ice to Berlando. Berlando has it taken off his stick. And McCauley there to recollect. Zaransky. McCormick calling for it. Zaransky darting through the middle, trying to find McCormick. Nice tip away on what could have been a good chance for the Red Hawks. Knifing through, shot! And it's saved. Wiseman up to the task on the quick release. That was Scanlon, who was rolling through the dot. 13 left in the second. Just over a minute left in the 4-on-4. Red Hawks take the draw and win it. Bell locked up in the corner. Trying to get it free and is able to do so. Got Gangler with him. Gangler goes to work with Bell. Bell does well to free it. Centering play doesn't find Gangler, and OU resets in their own zone. Trying to break out now. Knife through the middle, through 1, through 2. Oh, what a move, and then he put it wide. Oh, he didn't have the angle. Second tip-in pass. Oh, caught the pad as we say 1-0. Still, the Bobcats collect. Shot from behind, no call. 20 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Both sides taking advantage of the extra room on the ice. Gangler unable to get through the second OU defender. We slip underneath 12 minutes left here in the third. Well, he got past both last time. Marcinnik wasn't having it. Marcinnik wasn't having any of it this time. Both out of the box. Miller trying to dart his way past everyone. Just able to get it into the corner. Centering pass came off the post. Marcinnik lays the body, and the crowd loves it here in Steve Cady Arena. A lot of energy, a lot of passion here in the Battle of the Bricks. It's living up. Swings it all the way around. Recollected. Johnson at the point. Gonna ride all the way to the top of the board. Centering play. And it did well to lock him up. Miller unable to clear. That shot came off of Miller's skate and then out of play. As with 10:51 left, we'll get a face-off. settling down just a hair here in Oxford, Ohio. No surprise, passion running high. Two phenomenal ACHA hockey programs, two phenomenal college towns meeting in a historic rivalry.
Sincerest apologies for the delay. Had to go provide a stern warning to that rowdy crowd. Managerial duties do call. Big thank you to Sam Worley for standing in for me there. As we are back, still 1-0. Puck going all the way down the ice, no icing on the play. Bobcats will get there first. Macaulay controls. Up ahead, looking to feed McCormick. Stymieing that opportunity was Mazdanati. Zaransky, quick reversal. Trying to feed it up ahead for McCormick. Orlando now up the other way. Nate Orlando up the left wing. Orlando has some room. He drives the net. Oh, and he can't get it on.
Boy, Orlando having an absolutely phenomenal game. Not on the score sheet, but he's done everything else right for the Redhawks.
In his defense, I'd be hard-pressed to say any Red Hawk has had a phenomenal night on the score sheet. Sparing Weisman. Good block there by Fratto. Fratto trying to feed McCormick all the way, and it goes down the length of the ice. Almost would have preferred it not to go on net, so that McCormick may have been able to collect it, rebounding off the wall. But nonetheless, it will stay in the attacking zone for the Red Hawks. They have 9:36 to go to bring this one back even.
Yeah, a couple of chances, and you certainly can't count them out in the way that they can bring the energy.
Zaransky, a quick shot, and that was held on of the glove of Zazon. Douglas getting out in front there, trying to tip it, screen the goalie, but Zazon able to see that all the way.
Well, with 9:30 left, Red Hawks running out of time a bit.
Bobcats able to get that one out into center ice. Cowan throws it right back in. Red Hawks unable to touch it up quite there on the first try. Douglas does it on the second. Neutral ice gets past Cowan and went down to try to stop that puck. He stops at the line, leaves it for Bell. Bell and Cowan, back and forth. Cowan, a bank pass attempt, didn't get the angle he wanted on it, so it goes back down to Weisman. Cowan again. Douglas chips it off the boards, thrown back in by the Bobcats again. Weisman dropped it off to Cowan, and the Bobcats take it away. And the puck got lost up there in Bell's equipment, so they have to stop the play.
Top line back out for the Red Hawks.
See if they can get something going.
I've seen some strong play from some of the other lines. A little bit lackluster from the Miller brothers and Hartwell.
This line generally one of the strongest producing lines for the Red Hawks. Hartwell and the Millers work very well off one another as that puck goes through center. Nobody noticed it. Quick shot draw. Narrowly off the glove of Wise. Looked like it was going wide anyways. Eric gets it out to center ice. Narrowly avoids going into the Miami bench. Bobcats back on the attack. Centering feed, thrown back down by Coward.
A little Michigan, almost a Michigan attempt there from the Bobcats. He thought about it.
Shot out there, long range, blocked by Marsing. It would be kind of ironic if two Ohio teams.
Got a delayed penalty here. Looks to be either a hold or a hook.
Weisman going to the bench. Weisman, excuse me, as the Bobcats will touch up, and that will be a hooking. Good call. And we'll see who goes to the box. That's going to be Coward. Well, I got to say, it's probably a good thing for the Bobcats that they don't have nameplates on the back. That crowd would be having a field day with a man whose last name is Coward in the penalty box.
Oh, that's absolutely true. And you gotta hope that would be a very rowdy Red Hawks fan base doesn't cause cost the team in any way.
Third chance at a power play, Miami. Failing to capitalize on the first two. As it's brought out to center, Fratto. Miami switching it up with the first unit, the same two defensemen back there, or point men rather, on the power play as the first unit, but this time the second unit standing in to start. So Bell and Fratto will join Berlando, Gangler, and Douglas. Berlando with some room. Berlando drives! What a save by Cezanne. The rebound is there. Douglas collects it, sends it back to Fratto. Fratto across. Bell, a one-timer. That's wide. Tipped near the net, still not quite getting on net. Douglas battling for it in the corner. So far, a much better power play for the Redhawks. Held by Fratto. Berlando. Back out to point. Fratto unable to hold it just barely. Manages to beat out his man there. Gets it down to Bell. Redhawks are going to look to reset it very quickly. Partial change. Fratto hooked up there. They want another call. They're not going to get it. Bell up through center. Leaves it off at the point. Taken away. McCormick getting out on the ice in time to prevent a breakaway. Some drag moves there. Some fancy moves there by Walker. Ultimately amounting to some more time wasted. 40 seconds to go on this power play.
Just 6.5 left in the game. Miami running out of time, running out of opportunities.
Redhawks back on the attack. Luke Miller. Normal first unit out there now. Luke Miller absorbs a hit. McCormick now pinned to the boards. It's going to be thrown down the length of the ice.
It certainly seems the Bobcats' game plan with this top line was just force them up against the boards as much as possible. That's a really speedy line, but the Bobcats have done really well in just trapping them up in this corner and just using their bigger bodies, not allowing them any space.
Bobcats doing a very good job at limiting their speed as Luke Miller loses it. Pizzotti out in front. It's loose. Another shot. Great save by Wiseman. And that'll do it for the power play.
Oh, silly play right in close. No reason to be playing with it like that. Right in front of goal. Wiseman, luckily, he's been up to the challenge all night. Makes another good one right in front, but just too sloppy.
Another failed power play, and that's 2 more minutes of time that have ticked away from Miami to try to tie this one back up. Won by the Bobcats. Quick shot. Doesn't make it all the way on. Anderson up the other way. Miami with some numbers. Anderson feeds for Barry. Barry gets it on net. Stop! The rebound is loose, and it doesn't go on net. Barry backhands it down low for Anderson. Anderson loses it. Gerling gets there first. Throws it quickly on net. Goes through the blue paint harmlessly. Out for McCauley. Fancy move there. McCauley tries to bring it on the attack. He's stopped. Nobody there to help him out, though. And the Bobcats send it back the other way. Not going to make it in time for an icing. Zaransky. Quickly up for Anderson. Anderson hits. And has it taken away.
Dipping under the 5-minute mark here in the third. Redhawks still looking for their first.
Goes down into the corner. Zaransky. Try to dip it off for McCauley. Another turnover. Gerling with a big hit there. That gets the puck back into Miami possession. Barry up ahead for Anderson. Anderson advances it further, forced to chase it down. Coward with it. Coward loses it there. A centering feed attempt. Nobody was there to collect it, though. Anderson trying to make a hit. He gets outplayed. Coward dragging, firing just wide. Out to the point. Good play there by Anderson. He's not going to be able to make it, so he'll just go off for a line change. Quick reset attempt by the Bobcats, but they do get a stick on it, so no icing. Callan. Douglas up ahead for Gangler. Fratto on the attack. Bounces off to Stanchion awkwardly.
They get a whistle for a hand pass. 3:49 left. We'll keep an eye out on Wiseman. See when and if Miami elects to pull him.
Having a brief talk with the coaching staff, saying he's ready whenever. That's thrown in quickly by the Redhawks. Bobcats will win it. Gonna go down the length for an icing against the Bobcats. Wiseman asking again. The stay might be a little bit early.
Yeah, still seems pretty early for a one-zone game. When you look at the analytics, it tells you you want to pull them earlier if possible. And yet, with this much time left, this is exactly why you don't.
Very true. Unable to hold it in at the line there on what would have been a great play was Rangel. So it goes back down into OU zone. Cowan able to block that and send it out the other way. Bell stopping it up. Frado drops down. Puck is stripped away by the Bobcats. Rangel throws it back in. Cowan. Final 3 minutes of regulation. Miami, 3 minutes to tie this. Taken up the other way, thrown back down, and gloved down and held on by Wiseman.
Well, on the top line for the Red Hawks, but what has honestly produced the best looking opportunities is Orlando Orlowski and Marsing. So
Orlando and Orlowski, both ardent goal players for this roster. May not be the highest point producers, but man, they always give it their all. And a bad turnover out in front, saved by Wiseman. The rebound is loose. Another save by Wiseman. Wiseman keeping his team in this game late.
boy, silly pass behind from the Red Hawks. Weiss, he's there. Saved the day again. 2:30 left.
Up for Berlando. Berlando up through center. Up ahead for Orlowski. Wiseman was asking. Goes down the length, and that'll be icing.
We'd expect it soon.
Head coach Alex Delaney calling for a timeout.
2:18 left. Doug's gonna get a timeout. Settle things down, figure things out. Trying their hardest to get the game tired. Faison hasn't been tested recently, but every single time he has tonight, he has been the answer.
Alex Delaney, Douglas, Orlando, and McCormick still the three attackers that are not currently looking to go back in there. So he's talking with them. Wiseman joins them. Would assume that he'll probably be sent back to the half marks, and if Miami wins this face-off, he'll go. No, they're just pulling him now.
Well, start with 6 with 2:18 left.
So Miami with an empty net and 6 attackers. Hartwell at center, the Millers at each wing, McCormick, Cowan, and Bell at point. McCormick positions himself at the top of the circle, trying to get a quick one away. Probably the best shot on the roster. Face-off won initially by the Bobcats. Miami quickly applies the pressure, though. Bobcats have clear possession first. Goes right back into the boards, though. Miami making them work for it. Back for Bell. He drags, tries to throw one to center, can't do it. Johnson tries to lob it out. Great hold by McCormick. Bell down low. For Miller. Bell, a shot! Tipped! It scores! It's Luke Miller! We're tied!
Finally, the Red Hawks get bodies in front, get the tip they need. Absolutely nothing Faison can do about it. And the Battle of the Bricks just got more interesting. The game prior to this one, the Lady Red Hawks won in overtime. Boy, the Red Hawks right now trying to do that, maybe get the winner here in regulation.
Exactly what the Red Hawks needed, not just the tying goal, but a tying goal that came from outworking the Bobcats in their own zone, initially losing the faceoff, fighting back for it, regaining possession, playing their game, and getting that puck back on net. We are tied with 1.5 minutes to go.
That's the thing we've been asking for all game. Bodies in front. More screens, not allowing Saison to see the shots in front, and finally getting some sustained zone pressure.
Cowan controls it behind his own net. Up ahead for Gangler. Loses it in his own equipment and thrown back in. Bell. Bell up ahead for Douglas. Douglas struggles for it, gets it out. Thrown back on net. Wiseman's going to cover.
Yeah, it's more play there. No need to get anything tricky. So, with just over 1 minute left, Red Hawks able to tie. Crowd reinvigorated. We have a whole new ball game here in Steve Katie Arena.
Orlando facing off against Walker. Orlando wins it, sends it down. Big hit laid there by McCauley. Bobcats control. Orlando takes his man down. Quick sharp angle shot, 2 sharp angle shots. First one didn't go through, the second one stopped by Wiseman. Centering attempt, good stop there by McCauley. Another centering attempt, Miami in danger here. Zaransky leaves it there for Wiseman to cover. Risky business.
Puck just sort of sitting there in the crease. Wiseman didn't see it for a second. Luckily, able to get his glove over it.
He's taking their timeout now.
They're going to talk it over and see if they can figure out some sort of set play and try and retake the lead late.
It'll be interesting to see what they go for here. OU definitely going to be looking for a heartbreaker. This is a good top 10 matchup. And the rivalry does run deep. It extends beyond football. These teams don't love each other.
So, for Ohio, it's all about getting the puck up top, moving it laterally, and then finding the tip in front, not letting Wiseman get a good look at it and see if one can squeak through. Miami, they cannot let anybody walk in free. And any way that they can let Wiseman see the puck coming in, it's just going to have a way better chance of making the save and keeping this one tied.
Interesting lineup change here for Miami as Eric Miller will join Prado and Douglas on a line. Bell and Cowan on defense. Face off one cleanly by the Bobcats. Taken out to the point, thrown in. Pajali with it behind, taken away by Cowan. Eric Miller. Gets it out to center. Swing and a miss there by Tamborski. Johnson circles it around. Leaves off for Tamborski, a one-timer that's tipped out of harm's way. And that's cleared again by Eric Miller. 12 seconds to go. Trying to hold on to it, Miller. He'll throw it up the other way. 5 seconds to go. And thrown down the length of the ice, but not enough time for an icing, so we will be headed to overtime.
Wow.
Back-to-back games, back-to-back overtimes.
A thrilling Friday night. Can't ask for much better. A rivalry matchup like this one. And this is where I would love to see the speedy top line of the Red Hawks finally get their opportunity. Ohio is doing their best to keep both Millers and Hartwell up against the boards, not letting them get free. But those three, and then Orlando as well, with the speed and the skills that they have, able to move the puck laterally, deep defenders, and then get a free shot right in front of goal.
Without a doubt, the increased move on the ice definitely does go behind the top goes best. But we'll have to see who comes out on top here. First three coming out from Miami, it looks like it's going to be Fratto, McCormick, and Bell. Both boys head back to their nets. Meanwhile, the other way, we've got Walker, we've got Toole, and we've got Bote. Fratto will take the face-off. Drops off the ref's skate and into OU's possession as we get started in this overtime. Miami women's hockey beating Michigan Dearborn in overtime just hours ago. Quick centering feed, Miami with numbers. McCormick, fed by Bell. McCormick and Bell. 2-on-1 there. Bell collects it. What a save by Zazon!
Boy, Bell did phenomenally there, getting a stick, knocking it down, and getting a really good shot off. You just can't say enough about how Zazon has performed tonight. The one goal late on a tip that he never saw. Everything else, he has been a brick wall, a complete black hole, swallowing everything up in front.
Zazon doing his best to show why they call this the Battle of the Bricks. Each goalie only allowed one so far. Same line out for Miami, a new line out for OU. McCormick drags. Out in front looking for Bell. His stick was tied up. Bell maintains possession though. Drops off for McCormick, who cycles down lower. Then he leaves it off for Fratto. Fratto trying to angle out his man, trying to bring it to the net, had it knocked away by Pajali. Out for McCormick, he's got some room. He drags, he fires, he loses it. Off the fan and up the other way are going to come the Bobcats. 2-on-1 unless McCormick gets back, which he will. Pajali trying to make a move. Good hit there by Fratto. McCormick controls now. Bobcats retreat.
They reset. It's like pretty much a full line change for everyone. OU got to be careful.
Callan, who's fresh off the bench as it was, is going to take it up.
Tamborski is exhausted. Hasn't been able to get off the ice.
Hartwell across for Gangler. Gangler unable to control that in time for a shot. Reverses. Down low. Gangler trying to angle off his man. Powers to the net. Was looking for Hartwell, who can't get there. And the net goes off and an extra shot there. Hartwell takes exception to it.
Gangler caught up in the pads of Zazon, and then just an extra late hit.
You can understand it from OU's perspective, as Zazon has seen a little bit too much contact for comfort. Incidental or not, you got to protect your goalie.
Experienced player like Tool protecting his goalie. A lot of speed out in the ice right now for the Redhawks.
Tool controls it off the face-off. Good reversal to evade Hartwell. Tool on the attack up the right side. Drop pass there for Josefiak, who evades a hit. Powers to the net. A backhand saved by Wiseman. The rebound is loose. Bobcats control. Josefiak again. Behind the net. Out there for Ventura. Ventura circles. Shadowed by Hartwell. Dropped it off for Tool. For Josefiak. They'll reverse again. Bring it back up. Dropped it off. Turnover. Gangler will back down.
Under 3 minutes to go in overtime. It's been an exciting 2 minutes.
Up the other way comes Gangler. He was looking for Douglas, and that was stripped away. Up the other way now. Good block there. Stick contact. Up the other way comes Miami. A 2-on-1. Catching a line change. Luke Miller drags, fires over the net. It looked like getting a piece of that might have been Walker. Now up the other way. A 2-on-1 coming the other way. Josefiak drags, fires, saved by Wiseman. Miami's going to go the other way again.
Really opening up at this point. Tired legs on both sides.
Douglas. Good stick there. Driving Douglas into the wall. Luke Miller tries to pickpocket him. Can't do it. Lawrence holds the line, though. Partial line change. They tell Lawrence to go. Buy them time. He does.
That's well done from Lawrence. Just using his body to hold them off and keep possession for the Redhawks.
McCormick, a deceptive turn. A fancy move. He'll delay. Back to the point. Fratto with it.
Yeah, smart play. I don't need to do anything too fancy at the moment.
Oh, bad turnover there by Fratto. A 2-on-1 the other way. Long range shot just wide. Now the other way come the Redhawks. Stretch pass for McCormick. McCormick's got some room. McCormick powers to the net. A save by Zazon. Bit of a slowdown in action here as a 3-on-2 coming the other way. McCormick trying to rejoin the rush. Getting around his man. Powers to the net. Saved by Wiseman. The rebound goes behind the net.
Boy, what a save from Wiseman.
McCormick beats Fratto. Trying to catch the Bobcats in a change again. Not going to have enough speed to do it this time. Fratto trying to get around his man. Another turnover. Up the other way. Redhawks get the change in time to prevent. an odd man rush.
Oh boy, 1:10 left, and with how open this overtime has been, every single player exhausted. They're coming onto the ice exhausted at this point.
Right, that is Burlando, heart and soul player we were talking about. Taken away by the Bobcats as this action has slowed down significantly from the previous minute. Tired legs trying to get some room.
Approaching 45 seconds left.
Johnson up the other way now. Johnson onto the attack, has it knocked away from him. Pajali down for Johnson, he can't collect it clean. Down for Pajali, what a pass, what a save by Wiseman! Burlando, they're gonna try to get some room. 22 seconds remain, Burlando on the attack. Holds it at the line. Feed for Eric Miller. Eric Miller, fresh legs. Pass down for Burlando. Burlando drag fires and a save by Saison.
Boy, what a find from Eric Miller on the backhand. Almost a no-look pass through the legs. That's next level stuff. And then the release. Nearly able to put this one away with 10 left.
Impressive goaltending performances on both sides this overtime. 10 seconds remain. Refs are going to decline the line change, saying it was too late. The tool is sent back. Filmzetti has to stay on. Hartwell, Eric Miller, Cowan for this final 10 seconds. OU gonna wrap it around. Might do it for this overtime, and it will. Smart move there. And so we will go to a shootout. Not unfamiliar territory for Wiseman. He's already had a shootout in this barn before, and he got the W.
Well, we're going to see. Miami got a few guys that can really dip some doodle. They can just do some crazy things with it. And both of these goalies having superb nights, having the chance to really show off for themselves.
Goaltending has been a marquee of this back-to-back between the women's D1 game against Michigan Dearborn, and now this one. It's been 4 spectacular goaltending performances from 4 spectacular goaltenders. And going first for Ohio University, Rosafiak, the goal scorer for OU.
Crowd's starting to get into it for the shootout.
Rosafiak. Wiseman comes out far to challenge. Drags. Big save by Wiseman!
Wiseman did well, patient, not biting on anything. Rosafiak tried 2 or 3 little dances. Wiseman didn't bite on anything, kept the glove up, and flashed the leather in the last second to keep him out.
Eric Miller. Great game so far. He is the first shooter for the Redhawks. And here he comes. He'll come in with speed. Great hands, fires, a blocker save made there by Saison.
Yeah, Saison not made to move much laterally. And then he saw the release all the way in.
Next shooter, Salvatore Pajali.
Once again, the Red Hawk faithful trying to get loud.
Pajali, a self-pass to himself, comes in a little slower, slows down even more with some hands, tries to beat him and he can't!
Oh, what a great job from Wiseman. Get the tap on the pad. Yeah, that's really, really good stuff. He tried to freeze it and pull it back to the forehand. Wiseman showing awesome flexibility, keeping the pad down.
Miami's second shooter will be McCormick. McCormick, one of the best shots on the team. He comes in far. Backhand, it tries to go for the roof, and he roofed it too high.
Yeah, really only left himself with one option, coming in with so much speed. And I don't even know, I think that was on net. Saison didn't seem too uncomfortable throughout the whole thing. He had the blocker up. And
Scanlon will be the third shooter, heckled again. He'll come in with some speed. Snaking his way in, he scores!
boy, sneaky, sneaky stuff. And the crowd know it. But that was a nice release.
The other Miller comes out. Luke Miller must score to keep this one going. Luke Miller comes in from the left side. Miller, poke checked, and that'll do it. What a save there by Zazon.
Boy, Zazon just dove at him. That is an unbelievably bold play from Zazon, but it pays off. And this one ends with a 2-1 overtime victory for the Bobcats.
Well, a very unfortunate end to the season regular for Miami. Fortunately, nothing too dangerous playoff implications wise, as the win last night booked their ticket back. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Coulter Piper here with Sam Morley. I want to thank you so much for joining us throughout this entire season. Thank you all for the kind words that I've been given every game that I do this. It is my honest pleasure to have been given the privilege of calling these games for the D2 team, and I wish them nothing but the best of luck throughout this postseason. Final score of tonight's game, Ohio University 2, Miami 1 in a shootout. Only shootout goal scored by Riley Stanley. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. Coulter Piper and Sam Morley signing off. Thank you so much.